Well, good afternoon. Welcome to Books and Beyond. My name is Jim Bennett. I'm your host, and today, for the first time, we're shooting on location at the Old Mistick Garlic Festival. It's a great crowd today. It is beautiful weather, bright blue skies, no humidity. Gotta love it. It's a great crowd out here today. There's lots of people, and everybody seems to be enjoying themselves immensely. We're going to take a walk in a while and show you around. And right now, I'm in front of Annie's plant boutique shop. Across from me is the duck pond. It's just a beautiful spot on a beautiful day for this last weekend of summer. Hello again. I'm Jim Bennett. I'm here at Old Mistick Garlic Festival. I'm here today because I have a booth set up and I'm offering my book, Case of the Flying Corpse and Accounts of William Gillette. Both books written about the famous actor William Gillette, who built Gillette's Castle on the banks of the Connecticut River in East Haddam. My books are fictional murders written into historical facts and people. And today I'm just out offering it to the crowds here at Old Mistick and enjoying the day. Hey, it's me, Jim Bennett, back with Books and Beyond at the Old Mistick Village Garlic Festival, Day 2 Sunday, and today I have Annie Heddick with me, the events coordinator for the village, and she's going to tell you a little bit about the event.
How you doing, Jimmy?
Good, good. How are you?
Great. This is our 14th year Garlic Festival. It's awesome. It brings a lot of local people. A lot of people in from Hartford, Boston, New York. This year's probably the busiest we've ever had, which is awesome. Great weather, 80 degrees. You should check it out. It's amazing. We do 17 events a year at the Mistick Village, and all go to charity. It's pretty cool.
That's no, I didn't know that. Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's wonderful.
We don't keep any of the money. We do Taste the Mistick, also Christmas Festival we're coming.
Oh yeah.
It benefits the merchants of the village, but it's also great for the community.
That is fantastic. I wasn't even aware that it went to charity, and that's fantastic. It's a beautiful venue. This is an icon of Mistick, southeastern Connecticut.
Yes.
Really, it's a destination. I've seen people from Texas, people from Pennsylvania today. I can even imagine, yeah.
It also benefits downtown. It keeps downtown busy as well, which is what we're trying to do.
Right.
We're trying to keep both venues busy throughout the year.
Yep.
My husband, Chris Regan, his mother, Joyce Resnicoff, has been doing events for 45 years.
Wow.
And her grandfather built the village, which is pretty amazing. Her father built the village.
Wow.
Chris's grandfather. It's been 25 years of being dog friendly. So any event we do, any day of the week, you can bring your dog, you can walk your dog, you can walk your cat if you want to. But it's pretty amazing.
We saw a guy walking around with a parrot earlier,
yep,
so
yep.
You know.
And people, we've never had an issue with it. It's always been amazing. It's always worked out. People are really aware of their pets. And this particular event is just really cool. It's got 45 vendors this year that are spread out throughout the village. And it's anything from artists to like you,
Authors,
food, garlic, farmers, and they're just sort of spread throughout the village doing their thing. It's pretty neat. Pretty
Yep.
cool.
Yeah, I took a walk just a little while ago and went around and saw you have entertainment.
Yes.
You have a nice blue grass over on the gazebo, and then you have a nice band set up down at the other end.
Yep. There are 3 different venues for entertainment, and usually it's 12 bands for the 2 days that play.
Oh, all right.
And those 3 venues, so they don't kind of get in the way of each other, and it's not too loud. It's
Yep.
local music. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's wonderful just to see the dogs. A lot of families with small children,
Yep.
and everybody's friendly. Everybody seems to be happy to be here, which is nice.
It's
You know.
really great. You guys should check it out.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Come on down. Okay, so we're back. One of the things I wanted to talk about today, besides this beautiful venue with all the wonderful garlic products, all the vendors, it's set in this beautiful setting here at Mistick Village, all the wonderful shops and people. One of the questions that I've been asked at my booth is a lot of people ask about how they get started to be a writer and how it works and da-da-da. So I have a limited experience myself. I have 2 books published and going to be publishing a 3rd one soon, but where I got my start, or where I got a lot of my inspiration, was from the Southeastern Connecticut chapter of the Connecticut and Authors and Publishers Association, CAPA. Now, CAPA is an organization of writers, publishers, agents, illustrators, and we meet once a month the third Thursday of every month at 6:30 at the Groton Regency in Groton, Connecticut on Route 12. It's a wonderful venue for anybody, even aspiring to be a writer. You can learn how the process works. So many things that you don't know or don't expect, you can find answers to. You can get a lot of encouragement. I myself belonged to CAPA for over a year before I published my first book, and they were very helpful and very instrumental in letting me learn the ropes and learn how to do this. So I encourage anybody who wants to be a writer or has thought about it or even mildly interested in it to come to the meetings and meet everybody and see if it's for you. Thank you.
This is Goose. He is a purebred Pomeranian.
Oh, he's beautiful.
And he's smart.
He's beautiful. And he doesn't walk?
I think he's over the heat. He's just giving up. He wants to be. He wants to be home.
Yep.
Hey, I'm here with Bob Tripp, who is the executive chef of Stone Ridge Retirement Community, but in his off time, what little off time he has,
That's right.
he also makes pet treatsels. Wonderful, all natural, state tested, beautiful things. But I'm going to let Bob talk to you about that.
Thanks, Jim. It's good to see you. Thanks, everybody. Yep. So after about 43 years in the restaurant business, feeding all types of people, we decided to turn our attentions to feeding our canine friends and our feline friends that we've loved all of our lives too. They seem to be a little less critical, which is nice, and they're a pleasure to deal with. So we opened up our business February of this year called Treatsels. We're out of North Stonington, and we specialize in handmade, all-natural, small batch pet treats. And we're on the move, always making up new flavors. And we even let Jim try them out sometime.
Yeah.
He approves.
Yeah, I approve.
They are human. They're fit for human consumption. That's the chef part of me. And we appreciate being here today at the Garlic Festival and, of course, on Jim's show.
Sure, okay.
This is Bella. She's an adopted cattle dog mix. She's about 14 weeks old. So she's been with us for 1 week. This is her first Garlic Fest.
Yeah.
One of many. She's getting used to all the people, all the dogs.
He's a Mistick.
She's getting lots of attention.
A lot of attention.
What
Those
was the breed
eyes.
again?
Cattle dog mix. So she's a
Cattle
mix.
dog.
Yep, Australian cattle dog.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at those eyes, huh?
Yeah.
It's those eyes.
Yeah, they get attention.
You see him?
That's why I'm surprised. I was surprised.
Oh, look at him.
Jersey.
Nice. Beautiful.
Hi, I'm here with Bill Dougal, an illustrator who's here at the Garlic Fest with us. And I'm going to let Bill tell you a little bit about himself.
Yes, I'm an illustrator in several ways. One is I do caricatures on the spot, and the spot I'm doing them at the Garlic Festival is over there, but that doesn't make any sense to you if you're at home in your chair. I'm doing quickie black and whites or color ones that are have an activity theme. This girl's a mermaid, and even though I do them on the spot at a fair, people can get them custom from me. DougalArt.com is my website, which will lead you to the site that does them custom. People can upload a photograph, I do the art, I mail it back. Good gift. And I've illustrated these prints, garlic-themed prints, which are apropos to the Garlic Festival here. Garlic Mountain. See, these little guys are climbing up a big piece of garlic. And this one is a waiter talking to Dracula. Oh, and hold the garlic, says Dracula. This one's a bit of a pun. I love garlic, or I clove garlic. And I illustrated books for Fred Neff, and I've got my own book that I illustrated here, Hatful of Fun. Hatfuloffun.com is a website that's all about the book and a series of videos, 7 half-hour videos, variety style, with my art, my music, and my humor, and my acting. Fish Song Fun. I got inspired to do this when I did caricatures at the aquarium for 9 summers, along with my wife. So Fish Song Fun exists as a book and a live act and a videotape and a DVD.
There you go.
There I go. I'm going to do a caricature of Jim Bennett. It's my lucky day. I do a light pencil drawing first. I can't talk too much in the formative stages because I'm planning it out. Do you have anything to say?
I'm just curious to see how this comes out.
Okay.
I think this is great.
Yeah, you got the great pose, and you're holding nice and still. I appreciate that. That means I can draw quick. When you were 2 years old, I bet you didn't hold this still.
No.
I'm glad I waited to draw you.
No.
I had to wait a long time, didn't I?
Yeah. Too long.
But I got you finally. It's been my lifelong goal to draw you.
That's wonderful. I've never had that artistic ability. I mean, to draw like that. I have done some painting in my life, but off of still pictures or whatever. And I just think that's absolutely fascinating that somebody can, transmit it from their eyes to their hands like that.
Yeah, in a way, I'm translating.
And it's funny because as a chef, I've done it with food my whole life, but for some reason I pick up a pencil and it just doesn't happen.
I can see that there can be a creativity in all fields. In fact, I did some presentations in a school around second graders called Writing and Drawing, making analogies between the two about how I'm doing a rough drawing before I do a final, just like a writer would do a sloppy copy, as they say in school, first. And you see, there's a culinary institute in Hartford, Lincoln, I think.
Yep.
And they had me do a presentation on the creative process, which I prepared before, but I made adaptations for the culinary industry, talking about creativity. Of course, when you talk about creativity, it's never just creativity, or it'll be a mess. It's a combination of creativity and planning that gets the success.
Right, you're right there.
The custom ones I do through the mail for photographs have a little more detail, take longer, and but this is a WYSIWYG, right? What you see is what you get, and that's part of the fun. It's on the spot. It's live. It's sort of like comedy improv, but it's art improv. It's sort of like fast food, but it's fast art.
Yep. Unbelievable. Look at that. Wow. That's great.
Nice. Very nice.
Oh, thank you very much, Bill.
You're welcome.
Bill, where are you from?
Lebanon, Connecticut. GoogleArt.com. That's where I'm from. I live up on the internet. At least that's where I want people to find me.
Yeah.
They don't need to come to my door.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Put that up by your head.
I think I will. Oh, sure.
Have him angle his head the same way as the picture's angled, so they can compare. Is he turned it too far?
How's that? All right. I wish I was as good looking as this picture.
Well, that'll come with age. Okay, there we go. Yeah, what breed is he?
He is a corgi. Purebred.
Oh, so this is like the Queen's dog?
It's like the Queen's dog. Turbo.
Come on.
Oh boy. He prefers people.
Yeah, come on.
Sometimes.
Come on.
Let me try and get out some treats.
Oh, that's
You get
okay.
better attention if you get treats.
We got him.
Well, look who stopped by here at the Garlic Fest in Old Mistick Village. Rose Young, author of Roses, Wine, and Murder. And she's also a fellow member of CAPA, the Southeastern Connecticut chapter of the Connecticut Authors and Publishers Association, where we met.
Yes.
So, Rose, what's up? What are you up to today?
Well, I'm going to pull out of my evidence bag a little postcard of my book cover, and Jim and I are going to be on SEC TV, October 7th, and we'll be doing a little interview together.
There we go.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that. So you enjoying the day out here today?
I am. It's wonderful. It's such a nice, beautiful day, a great weekend for the Garlic Fest here at Mistick Village.
Yep.
And, you know, look at all the crowds.
Right.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We're doing a great job today here.
Yep.
Jim has a nice booth, and it's fun.
And I'm looking forward to October 7th.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Sign one
Thank
for
you.
you.
I appreciate it. Thanks,
And
Jim.
thank you so much, Rose. Hope you enjoy it.
I will.
Hang on to it. You know, that's
Collector's item.
yeah, it's a
now.
collector's item.
Yep.
Here's your nickel.
Okay, thank
and
you.
hopefully, you know, well, I'm not sure, but 2,119 maybe.
Okay.
Antique Roadshow.
Okay,
You know?
that sounds great.
Yeah.
I'll be there, I
Yeah.
think, huh? Yeah.
I hope
No,
you are.
I love Gillette Castle, so I'm really appreciative that you've written about it.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, look who stopped by. Judy Ricketts White, a fellow Kappa member, and one of my favorite people to share a booth with at these author signings.
Thank you, Jim.
So I'm going to let her tell you about her books and how she's doing today.
Hi, I'm a local author, and I have written the Slater Mountain book series. It's a series of fun fictional adventures geared for teens, but I compare them to Disney stories. They're just fun for the whole family. In book one, The Journey, which won a Moonbeam Book Award, the main character, Bailey Matthews, has to step up and make a dangerous journey on horseback to save a family member who gets injured. But there's a lot more going on than just the main theme of the story. There's relationships in the with family life, with her friends. There's a look into ranch life, farm life, and they're just fun stories. And the second book in the series is Slater Mountain, The Legend. And in book two, Bailey and her friend Noah go on a trail ride, and through dangerous circumstances, they end up in a place that time seems to have forgotten, and they get trapped. And then they have to survive and try to find a way out. So again, they're just fun adventures, and they're good for all reading levels. I've had people buy them for kids as young as 6 and as old as 96. So if you like animals and fun, family-oriented stories and adventure, it's a book for you or someone you love.
There you go. And where can we find your books?
They are in several local bookstores, the Savoy and Bank Square Books. They're in a couple of gift shops, the Slater Museum in Norwich, Bacchus Hospital gift shop, and L&M gift shop. And other than that, they're available online, Amazon and all online booksellers, and on my website. So that you can find them just about anywhere.
All right. Well, you enjoy the rest of your day here today, and
I will.
We'll see you again tomorrow. It's supposed to be beautiful weather.
Yeah, and thanks for having me stop by.
Oh no, I'm glad you did. Thank you for stopping
by.
All
Take
right.
care, Jim.
Take care.
What kind of dog is that?
A Great Dane.
A Great Dane? Then he must be a puppy. There he is. There he is.
He's a rescue.
He's a rescue? Is he full grown?
He's full grown. He's 3 years old.
Beautiful. And who do we have over here?
That's Maya.
Maya.
She's 3 too.
She's 3 too, so they go together.
Yeah.
A rescue also?
She was not a rescue.
Oh, okay. So you paid full price for her.
Yes, we did.
Great.
That was nice.
Okay, thank you.
Well, hello again. I'm here with one of my favorite fellow Kappa members, Anastasia Goodman, who's here at the Garlic Festival today, offering her books. And I'm going to let her tell you all about it.
Hi, everyone. So under my pen name of Anastasia Goodman, I write the Sasha Perloff mystery novels. about a Russian-born police detective. And I have my latest book out is The Terrorist, which actually tells the story of Sasha going to a CIA prison in Eastern Europe where he interrogates a terrorist. And the interesting part of it is that it takes place outside of Minsk, which is in Belarus. And the story that I tell in the novel is actually my mother's family story about how in 1941, when the Nazis were coming into Russia, the family ran to Moscow. They were living in Belarus, which is hundreds of miles from Moscow. But what they did was they piggybacked with the Red Army, who was running away from the Nazis. And so civilians came and tried to look for the assistance and some shelter with the Red Army. And so that story I actually put into my novel. So that's The Terrorist, which is a kind of a modern day talk about what's going on in the world. Now, the second book that I have is Death and Diamonds, and that also has an international theme, and that is the one of the selling of uncut diamonds, which is an international business. One of the headquarters of it is in Jerusalem, in Israel. And in my novel, Sasha Perloff goes to Jerusalem, where he's chasing down some people that he thinks are criminals who are in the business of uncut diamonds. And the other part of it is that, again, I'm a fiction writer, so I can say anything I want to. So in my novel, Sasha Perloff, who is a man, is the son of a Jewish Soviet dissident who was imprisoned and tortured by the Soviet authorities, and is the grandson of the Battle of Stalingrad, which is the epic World War II battle. And so within my novels, I have stories about the Battle of Stalingrad. So Death and Diamonds, if you're interested in international diamond merchant, and The Terrorist, which is all about terrorism. My first book was The Loose Ends, which introduced Sasha Perloff. And these books are available on Amazon.com in both softcover and Kindle. They're also available here in this area at the Savoy Bookstore in Westerly, Rhode Island, and also here at the Garlic Festival. So come on down. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping by, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
Let me see those eyes. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come around. Oh, there's the eye. Nice.
Hey, here we are at the Garlic Festival, and walking around, we ran into one of my favorite fellow authors, Fred Neff, another fellow member of Kappa, and I'm going to let Fred tell you about his books.
All right. Well, like Jim said, we're here at the Garlic Fest, and it's a beautiful day. Going to be here for 2 days. I'm here with my Calvin and Dad books, and also my new book, which is called Clues to Success, Making Rhyme Out of Reason. Just came out this past year. But the children's books are basically, I started writing those in 2007. People always ask me why I started writing. I went through a divorce, and I wanted to make sure that I captured these stories about my son Calvin and the things we did together, picking out Christmas trees, Calvin and the Redneck Wagon, a story about building a 6-foot wagon out of car and truck parts, grocery shopping with Dad. That was hilarious because Calvin was trying to show Dad how to shop in the grocery store. Yeah, okay. I also have a Pirate Calvin series. There's 3 books in the series where Pirate Calvin buddies up with his friends, and they get in all sorts of mischief. The second story is about what happened to the winter flounder population. It was decimated. There's a feud between the power plant and the fishermen, so Pirate Calvin and his buddies from Friendlies go forth and they save the great spotted whale. My third book in the Pirate Calvin series, the kids go into the future to see what all the cool toys are like. Anti-gravity bikes, rocket boots. They have a good time when they go to the future, but they want to come back to the present, which they do. My latest book is called Clues to Success, Making Rhyme Out of Reason. It's not a children's book. It is a personal development book. It's got plenty of rhymes. There's 109 clues in there, all set to rhyme. But there are stories and anecdotes in between, so it's not just a book of poetry. It's got a lot of tributes to it. Also, even one to the Lone Ranger. And also one having to do with 9/11. I wrote a tribute to Flight 93 because they were the first to fight for freedom. So, Jim, I'm going to hand it back to you.
All right. Well, thank you, Fred. Good luck today. Have a good day and tomorrow, and we'll be talking to you again. Be good.
Okay.